Hi guys, so in this video let's talk about how people's lives change after they have an NDE, a near-death experience, right? And if you came to this video, you probably know what a near-death experience is, but if you don't, I have another video explaining, right? But for the sake and purpose of this topic in this video, let's talk about how their life changes, right? Because a lot of the times they go to the other side and they are able to retain certain knowledge, certain wisdom, certain truths, if you will, that they come back and they know to be true. They don't think they know to be true, right? It's a little different. It's first-hand knowledge of the truth and not using your brain and logic to explain what you think is the truth, right? So that's a big difference. But so when they come back, they are oftentimes very changed, right? Because once you see something a certain way, you cannot unsee it, right? And what they report is that, they remember the experience, the lessons, the vividness, like it was yesterday, even though sometimes maybe it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, which is the crazy part, right? But the profound part, because it shows you how you experience then with your whole being, right? With your whole soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it, right? Because you're able to relive it now and it became permanently ingrained in you, right? So after these profound experiences, like I said, people come back and they're changed. They see things differently, and oftentimes life becomes very hard, or their old life, I should say, becomes very hard, right? Because like I said, they see things differently. So a lot of people, they come back and they get very depressed, right? Because once you've been in the love and the light, and then coming back here, that's very dense, right? So a lot of them get depressed. A lot of them change up their life entirely, right? That's one of the profound lessons that a lot of them, most of them, I want to say, right? That's once they came back, maybe their job no longer resonated with them, right? So they switched their job, right? A lot of marriages sometimes fall apart, right? Because you are a changed person, you're a different person, right? You're no longer the same. Therefore, relationships become hard, right? So a lot of marriages maybe end in divorce, right? A lot of friendships that once resonated with you, and you guys were inseparable, right? It no longer carries the same value, the same meaning, right? You guys are no longer vibrating on the same frequency, right? So a lot of people will end friendships, right? Now, that doesn't mean every change is bad, right? Because when, as the saying, kind of, one door closes, another one opens, right? So maybe they end certain friendships, but they, are attracted to different people's energy, and they get, new friends, right? Or they get, a new person to be in a relationship, a new wife, new husband, whatever it may be, right? A lot of people will sell all their belongings and literally move across the country. Well, they sell their belongings because, once again, maybe they're not as attached to the materialistic side anymore. They know bigger concepts, bigger truths, right? So maybe material stuff no longer resonates with them, no longer makes them happy. So a lot of the times they will sell all their belongings, and then the area, the house, the environment no longer is, what's the word I'm looking for? No longer is sustaining their new energy, their new desires, their new, whatever they want to accomplish, right? So a lot of people, sell their stuff and move across the country. They move to different countries, right? Something that maybe resonates with their new energy more, right? So they experience a lot of tough times. In the end, it becomes better for them, right? Because, like I said, the old stuff no longer resonates, right? So they need to get out of that environment, get out of those material possessions, those relationships, friendships, marriages, and start new. So eventually, they can kind of maybe fulfill their purpose, or kind of live in their new profound knowledge and wisdom and energy, right? But a lot of them, at first, it has to get a lot worse before it gets better, right? And this isn't, one to a lot of people who have these profound experiences report kind of what happened afterwards and how their life changed. And it's like looking at a completely different person, right? And a completely different life, because most instances they are a completely different person, right? And like I said, no longer those old things, patterns, people resonate with that new energy. So sometimes they have to go. So imagine how hard that must be, right? We here, right? A lot of people hate change, right? Because it's uncomfortable, right? Everybody likes to get in their little comfort zone, comfort bubble, do the same repetitive things every day. But real change sometimes is needed for you to grow, for you to experience different things, for you to mature, advance, right? Move on to whatever it is. And it seems like these near-death experiences have it very, very rough, because you no longer see the things the way you used to see things, right? A lot of people who have maybe experienced stuff psychedelically, right, with psychedelics, they come back changed and they no longer resonate with certain things. People who have had spiritual awakenings, right? Sometimes those are very profound and you become just different, right? You want to, learn different things, hear different things, speak different things, have different experiences, right? But I feel like from all my kind of knowledge and wisdom that I have gathered over years of kind of research and contemplation and comparison, right? Near-death experiences are the closest we can ever come to the whole picture of kind of, who we are, what happens on the other side, what's the purpose of this, how everything works, how the universe works, how you work, therefore how others work, right? And I feel like NDEs offered that real wisdom. And like I said, I mentioned this in other videos, these people who have had these experiences, they don't think they had some experience or hallucination. They know with their whole being, right? There's a difference in maybe learned knowledge and something you experience, right? So these people know. So when they come back and they're profoundly changed, right? The wisdom that sometimes they are able to keep and later kind of tell us is so important, right? It's so important. And like I always like to call them wisdom nuggets, right? They are full of them, and it can make us better, enlighten us more, right? Because in a way they were enlightened on the other side, right? And sometimes they get to keep those wisdom nuggets. So this is how their life changes. Oftentimes it's very hard and it gets a lot worse before it gets better. So thanks for watching. And if this kind of stuff resonates with you, I'm going to cover a lot more of lessons that NDEers come back with, right? So I'm going to cover them and try to stick on topic, because I don't know if you can tell, I love learning this. I love teaching you guys and kind of passing this knowledge along to you. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share. Write down in the comments kind of maybe you have had a near-death experience, right? A lot of people have had them. Maybe you have had one, right? And you want to share something and kind of, along the lines of what I'm talking about. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And the video doesn't want to stop, whichever happens, and I'm going to leave it just for that purpose, to show you what kind of, tip-top shape videos I'm making here, okay? So thanks.